My bad. All right, now that you can see everything now.
Should be able to. Yeah, there we go. Now the draft. Pantheon, Viego, Aesol bands.
Strong
Wayne,
bands. These are all strong
Skutt
characters.
banning Aatrox, Heimer, Morgana.
You gotta hate Morgana though. That bind. Oh, first pick coming in.
First pick of the mid lane.
Covering Kiana, choosing Kiana.
Interesting.
Definitely a strong pick.
We'll see.
The Teemo pick.
Good Teemo player. Of course you would like that. Is that? And I'm gonna guess
Olaf.
that's the jungle drafting Olaf.
It also could be top, depending.
It's probably not Teemo jungle.
Yeah, it's most likely Olaf jungle. Oh, yep, definitely Hecarim jungle.
Okay, that is Hecarim jungle. We have Ashe on ADC. And that is Mordekaiser Teemo top lane.
Mordekaiser's usually pretty good in the Teemo.
You would know.
I know a lot about Teemo.
Yeah, because you have his $400 Spirit Blossom Prestige skin.
I spent $10 on it though, so worth it.
And as for... We can't see the usernames, but going down the list for Omaha Skutt, we have Viper Pipe 5x5 being Charles Miller, a junior, on jungle, so he's probably playing Hecarim. We have DPDPBGS. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. That's Zen Wong, also a junior. He's the mid laner, probably piloting Victor. Belveth ban looking to ban out the remaining picks for
Belveth
Wayne
very
by Skutt.
strong. They have to ban out jungler and support right now.
Ashe could be flexed into the support position, which does open up that question mark in the draft.
Yes, it definitely does.
The Samira ban.
That's a pretty strong ban, I mean.
Champion's not in the best spot right now.
But at the end of the day, it's Samira, and Samira can do Samira
That
things.
is true. Samira is very heavy snowball potential, and having that out of the picture does kind of have that air of just confidence.
It's very helpful.
Yes. Continuing with the list for Omaha Skutt, we have Fig Pub being Logan Moore. The top, he flexes top and support. Luxspan coming in from Skutt. We have Basketball MS, Michael Graves, the senior ADC, has not drafted yet, and Mighty Twirtle being Aiden Lindquist, senior from Skutt, plays support.
Hovering MF down in the bot lane. Could go either way, most likely MF ADC.
The one downside to picking Misfortune is she really does struggle to peel away from Kiana and just other assassins in general, especially considering Ashe slow.
Yeah, the Ashe
being in the
slow
picture.
might be a really big problem.
Misfortune has to play very careful to not get caught off this match, although Victor should be able to return poke.
Ooh, bot lane looking
That is
to play a little bit
support,
aggressive.
so they're going to be going for a lot of early kills here.
Along with the Zac jungle, a lot of dive potential.
They have a lot of all-in on their team, and that's a Blitzcrank pick for Skutt.
Let's crank into a Pike.
Bot lane should have a lot of action, or it could have no action, as both supports could just hold their hook and only just hold it as empty threats, because having a hook off cooldown is just about as threatening as using the hook.
Yes, and getting hooked in is just by itself a very dangerous game, especially for both these, because the Blitzcrank knockup and Pike also can escape with his E as well.
Yeah, obviously both supports going to be looking to hook in the ADC, see if their ADC an advantage. I really do wonder which support is going to have more impact on the map roaming. I would imagine Pike's mobility, not
definitely a
giving a
faster roamer.
self-slow, probably helps out his cause a little bit.
And he also might just want to go for picks, saying that ult could definitely help snowball his team ahead.
Yeah, if Pike can get an early kill on Victor mid to help snowball his Kiana ahead, that Kiana can steamroll over the team, considering they only really have one tank on their team. I mean, sure, you also have Blitzcrank, but Blitzcrank's not going to be a target priority.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem with going Teemo top, is you're really missing out on like that Juggernaut tank potential.
And that's what Mordekaiser provides for Wayne's team.
And Mordekaiser also provides, in case anyone gets fed on the enemy team, he can just take them out of the fight for all he wants.
Through the power of Brazil.
Power of Brazil, man.
So what I think could happen in a team fight is Hecarim is really their only engaged and team fight potential. Mordekaiser could ult Hecarim out of the fight, and then once Zac engages, there's no one to peel for the rest of the team. It's just Blitzcrank. Sure, Teemo can blind the Ashe, but you can't blind the Ashe and the Kiana. Once the Kiana dives in, that's a tough fight. On the other hand, Hecarim can very easily disrupt Ashe kiting, and it's a lot harder for Ashe to run away from Hecarim because Hecarim is so fast. And once Ashe is out of the picture, you don't have a consistent DPS on your team if you're Wayne. So just kind of different team fight goals to think of for either side.
Yes, and you can also see That one team is kind of missing a lot of hard CC. Really, all they have is the Blitzcrank hook, and I guess you could say the Hecarim Fear, but it's on an alt, so it's not going to be up all the time. But you can also see
My brother in Christ, you were forgetting about Victor.
Victor. You have to be in the stun for quite a little bit. Just
It does count as a slow.
It does. But still, coming with Zach, you have Pike, you have the Ash.
That's true. There is a lot of...
You have Kiana.
Between Zach, Pike, and Kiana, there's a lot of engage potential on Wayne's team. Wayne's draft looks very strong. However, it also does look like Wayne's draft does fall off late game, as both Victor and Misfortune scale very well into the late game.
They scale very hard. And Teemo, he does scale pretty hard into the late game,
Teemo
especially with how annoying the shrooms get.
That's the thing. One mushroom, and because there's no Annie shield to one-shot Teemo by walking over his own shrooms.
Yeah, one mushroom, Ash is down the half health. Really,
Yes.
anybody's down the half health except Mordekaiser or Zach.
Forces everyone to pick up Sweeper, which also makes it a little bit harder for
Vision.
Wayne to get a little bit of vision. Got just a minute left until we can go in and spectate the action, as the players are already 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that
I
3-minute
imagine
delay.
laning has started just about as normal. You think we'll see any fun skins on any of the champions?
I don't know. I'm really hoping to see a good Teemo skin. That's about it. Mordekaiser has some pretty nice skins as well.
Think they'll pull out the definitely not Blitzcrank?
That, I don't know, man. Then that'd be kind of hard to shoutcast that because I wouldn't know who's in the bot lane.
You know what? That's so fair.
Definitely want to take a look at the builds they're going to go to as well, because you can get pretty creative with some of these champions.
That is true. It'll be interesting to see if Ash goes. Ash should probably go a crit build this game, considering there's no tanks that you need to go on hit to chop him down, and crit build does do more damage with your slow scaling.
Yeah, it definitely just needs to get that heavy damage.
Misfortune shouldn't go lethality, because 2 tanks on the enemy team make it a little bit hard to DPS him down. It'll be interesting to see where this one goes.
Very.
Obviously, Victor should flex his build into the AP, as AD Victor is not exactly great. One second. We're trying to get the feed up. And there we go. We are in game.
Should I hit the other way? 1 second. All right. Well, first of all, let's take a look.
There we go. Now we got the game scoreboard going up.
Misfortune does not have any items right now at the moment.
It's an intimidation tactic.
I guess you could say it's an intimidation.
No,
tactic.
it's a flex. Misfortune's proving she doesn't need items to win this game.
Fair enough. Let's get...
You really have to have everything perfect so you organize the scoreboard. Note that Blitzcrank is positioning himself in the bot lane bush and Hecarim is solo taking his buff. So there might be a level 1 dairy store cheese coming bot lane.
Yes, we got some cheese coming in a little bit. Doesn't look like there's going to be any invades coming here. Teemo is going to do the Teemo tactic in top lane, looking to go invis and get some poke damage on that Mordekaiser.
Teemo things. Note that there is a ward on Hecarim's red right now. So they should know that Hecarim is now starting bot.
Yes, both junglers starting bot, always better than starting top, saying the double leash just gets you farther ahead.
Some junglers don't even need leashes.
Yeah.
I don't think that Zach necessarily needs one, but it does help him get his clear going a little bit faster,
it's
especially
always
against
nice
a Hecarim who is
clearing
very
faster.
strong clear. Note that Blitzcrank did not go Aftershock and instead took Electrocute. Do you think he might be building a lot more AP this game going for damage?
I don't know. I don't really see a reason why he would have to go damage, especially when they need that extra tankiness on their team.
I would agree with that judgment call.
Really see nothing too much. Teemo's everybody took pretty normal runes coming into this as well.
We have to going Airy for the extra poke damage over first strike. It's a little more consistent uptime. Kiana taking a lot of poke damage early, already having to pop one of her refillables.
Teemo having the push in the top wave. Really wants to make the wave bounce back so he can freeze underneath his own tower.
That'd be ideal, because you don't really want to contest a wave against a Mordekaiser,
Yes.
especially when he has passive up.
Mordekaiser, if he lands the E on you, he can
Zach
easily
maybe
just run
looking for an
Teemo
early
down.
gank mid lane. Woodman.
Zach is eyeing. He's going in. An early gank, both level 3.
There goes Victor's flash is down.
Flash. Kiana also
after.
uses flash.
Does get the kill with the ignite, and Kiana survives the tower shot.
Oh, just
a slug going to Lane.
Mordekaiser taking advantage, forcing the Teemo flash.
Flashing away from the Mordekaiser with passive up. Hecarim top side might be looking to take top scuttle, or maybe even in invade since Zach has not been farming as much.
Victor coming back with a pink ward, not wanting to get ganked again.
Teemo this time does not have flash to escape the Mordekaiser as a bonus movement speed.
Mordekaiser's not in any danger right now.
Ignite, Hecarim does ghost in. Mordekaiser does have to flash away to avoid getting killed by the Hecarim.
Mordekaiser going to be able to
not going
this,
to be
though.
enough. No,
Ooh,
he does
very
stay
close.
alive. Pike does land a hook on the Blitzcrank, although Blitzcrank just waddles out of the east, so there is no long-term damage.
All the lanes pretty even with CS right now. Nobody's really owning too much right now.
We just have the default Blitzcrank, not the definitely not Blitzcrank. Good hook by the Pike. Blitzcrank immediately returns with the hook on the Pike.
A strong ignite coming out on the Misfortune.
Not
going to clean up the kill, though.
Misfortune did have to burn both of her subs, as did Blitzcrank. And both Ashe and Pike have flash up. Kiana getting ganked by Hecarim in the mid lane isn't going to be enough to take her down.
Might be able to escape the invis,
Victor
but
does
not
take the
able
kill
to
with the
get
Q.
it.
Pike engaging on the Blitzcrank bot lane. Who's going to go down?
Oh, Pike's able to get the kill, but also falls as well.
Yeah, Misfortune's not getting out of this one. That's another kill for
That's
Ashe.
another one down.
Or another kill for the bot lane.
A very strong lead for the bot lane.
Mordekaiser bullying Teemo off the wave a little bit. Mordekaiser did teleport back to lane and grab an amplifying tome, probably for his Rift Maker.
Yeah, Teemo is really struggling into this matchup. You really have to play around Mordekaiser's use of abilities, and you got to punish him very strongly.
Teemo did take boots for spec, so he will be able to trade a little bit easier. And also having the movement speed makes it a little bit harder for Mordekaiser to stay on top of you, being the one downside to that champion.
Yes. Misfortune, you can finally see, has items.
Does she not have items when she died?
No, she didn't have items when she died.
So she never did back for those items, huh?
Yeah.
Pike roaming mid here. Ashe is alone in the bot lane. Victor does have vision in the bush.
Both junglers chilling bot side. Hecarim deciding to back, though.
Hecarim probably is sitting on a lot of gold since
Pike's coming up.
Pike does get the hook.
Hooks. He's able to get the root.
Does get stunned. Lots of chunk damage on Victor. Victor is also low on mana, so he will have to back. He does have teleport, though. Blitz hook only.
Blitz close.
Just missing the Ashe. Catches a minion instead.
Very good protection.
Pike should be coming back bot lane to help Ashe farm the wave under tower now. Victor teleporting back mid after a quick reset.
Hecarim going near Pike, though. Might be able to find him in the river.
Yep, Hecarim's maybe going in on Pike.
He's going in on Pike. Ashe probably isn't going to be able to rotate up here.
Pike did end up stunning Hecarim, so Hecarim can't follow up too well. Good hit on
Zach is looking to actually gank onto the bot lane. You're going to see a big jump. He's able to get the knockout.
Off. Nope, Pike's going in. This should be a kill on the Misfortune.
Misfortune is down.
And Teemo's
the top side.
Teemo is in Brazil.
Yep, Teemo can't really do much in Brazil at the moment.
And Teemo goes down to the Mordekaiser.
Also going to be able to claim another kill.
Going to Zach. Pike does end up falling to make a trade a little bit better.
Hecarim,
I don't think Hecarim can clean this up.
Hecarim. Zach definitely has passive as well, so.
Yeah.
Mordekaiser.
Really good early trades for Wayne here.
Able to get one tower
Already up
plating.
to 2k gold advantage 7 minutes into the game.
Going to, might not decide the back. In a little bit of a dangerous
Dragon
game.
at low health. Does Red have vision on Dragon? Oh, wait, Teemo might be going in here.
Yeah, Teemo's back.
Teemo does have 2-2 boots. I don't think Mordekaiser can run from this.
Mordekaiser with the misplay on the E. Teemo may not have the speed to be able to capitalize on Mordekaiser's mistake.
Does not quite have enough speed in Mordekaiser's shield. Is it going to be enough
very
to save
unfortunate.
from the poison ticks? It is.
A fight coming along on drag. You can see Zach is very low right now.
Hecarim is on his way. Blue team does secure the Drake, but who's going to...
Scuffle
does not look
down
like
in
everyone
here.
is going to be getting out. There goes Kiana. They are going to trade a 2-for-1.
Pike's able to clean up on the Misfortune at least. But a nice double kill going towards red team.
2-for-1 and Dragon is probably still a good trade for Wayne here.
Yes, it would have been.
Considering it was who was it? Omaha Skutt lost their ADC, so Ash does get an EXP and gold advantage now after catching an extra wave or two.
Teemo able to capitalize and also take back a plate in the top lane. Might be a slight problem if he decides to stay because Mord ult is almost back up.
Herald is also up, so I wonder if both junglers will start pathing topside to try and contest that objective. Note that Mordekaiser does have vision in the tri-bush on Hecarim's side of the jungle, so it'll be a little bit harder for Hecarim to get a gank off.
Zac is heading towards the mid lane right now, but Victor does look like he had vision and was able to see him coming up. Yes, Victor going to back in the mid lane.
Pyke does hook the Blitzcrank. Nothing should come of that.
Nothing to capitalize on.
Ash will get stuck farming the wave. Ash does have ult up, so on Pyke hooks, it could mean just an instant kill. Victor does take a reset for some items. He does get the
Teemo
lost
hit by
chapter.
both abilities. Oh, Teemo's in Brazil now. Very tough spot for him to be in.
And Mordekaiser passive goes up. The blind.
Oh,
ends up saving
he's able to
Teemo.
flash out of it.
Mordekaiser couldn't get his passive up in time because of the blind.
Oh, but you can see Hecarim's running topside right now.
Hecarim is running topside. I don't think he'll be able to take out the Mordekaiser.
He's not going to be able to do anything
safe.
to Mordekaiser. But he's trying. He's going
Hecarim
in.
ults in on the Mordekaiser. Is it enough?
A very risky play, especially when Mordekaiser has E.
shields and Hecarim has to back up.
W.
But Mordekaiser does have to leave the wave alone now. Zac's going to end up walking through some Teemo shrooms if he wants to go top lane. He does end up hitting one on his way up. I do think this is enough to take Hecarim down. Zac taking the shutdown.
Might be able to get a kill on the Blitzcrank, but Misfortune's going to be protecting.
Not quite enough. Ash does still have arrow up, and Pyke has R, so it's got to be close.
Kiana is able to use the R and get the double stun, but she stunned herself. Good thing Zac is able to capitalize on the Victor being stunned.
Mordekaiser flashes away from the Teemo, saving his life.
Both Zac and Ash having a shutdown on them.
Wayne already off to a very strong start. Hecarim trying to do everything he can everywhere around the map, but it's not quite enough. Zac is doing Herald, but red team does have vision. It looks like they're going to give it, though.
You can see Zac rushed.
Zac did take Sunfire to help with his jungle clear.
I could remember the name of that item.
Come on, don't you play this game?
I play this game, but I forget.
Oh, you're right. You're a Teemo player. You don't build that item.
Sometimes you can. Yeah, also with Teemo's build, I wouldn't say it's the most optimal thing to build AP first on Teemo. You really just want attack speed because you just want to apply the stacks
Hecarim
over
getting
and over
hooked by
again.
Pyke, and the Kiana coming down is enough to secure the kill.
Yeah,
Pyke maybe
Pyke
going
in
for
a very
double.
bad
No,
position.
taken down by the Misfortune.
Might be Kiana's
However,
going
Kiana
in.
does,
It's ignited, most likely going to die.
That is a 2-for-2 trade, but both kills did go to the Blitzcrank. That does not make it too worth it.
Not too worth it, especially when one of the kills is on the Kiana.
Yes.
Victor is just chilling in bot lane right now.
Trying to pressure the Ashe. Midwave is sitting kind of neutral right now, so...
Teemo in a very bad spot right now, though, especially when Morta's all really wanting to just be able to take him to Brazil.
Nope, not going to commit to it there. Ashe is very low. Blitz goes.
Oh, he tries. Oh, but Pyke's able to get the
follow
hook.
up with her ult.
And into an Ashe ult.
Victor does drop his ult to save the Blitzcrank,
Oh,
though.
Ashe is able to just waddle away.
Ignite not going to be enough to take out the Blitzcrank.
Quite unfortunate that Pyke
Good
ult just
reaction
wasn't
on
up.
Victor to drop the R. Hecarim ulting topside.
Oh, this is
tried to
very
do the
dangerous.
Mordekaiser.
Teemo walks up too far, able to get ulted.
And Mordekaiser should not lose this fight, and Hecarim knows that.
Yes, that was...
Hecarim trying to get some poke damage in, so Mordekaiser can't push
Oh,
away. and that
Mordekaiser able to get a
kills!
2-4 with the extra stats from Teemo.
Double kill for Mordekaiser top lane.
You gotta be wary. You can't really fight him after you kill somebody.
Kiana stunned by the Victor gravity field, does get out without much damage taken.
Pyke ult is finally back up, so you might be able to
This
do some
Mordekaiser
funny
is a
things.
little bit of a problem. Is that coming in mid? Victor
Going.
flashes
Fortune
out.
the Victor flash. The drag looking to come up very soon.
Yeah. Bot lane should probably look to push here, so that way they can get their junglers prior to. And second dragon being Infernal Drake does mean there's no Infernal Soul, but that little bit of adaptive power does go a long way.
You can also see that Rift Herald was dropped mid.
That does force Hecarim and to stay mid to try and protect it. It also forces Victor to, again, also stay mid.
So many different fights going on over the map right now. Misfortune was hooked. He tries to use her ult.
It's not going to be enough.
Chasing after the Pike, but it's not. Pike misses the ult just
but it does
barely.
not matter. Ashe does take down the Misfortune.
Missing out on that extra gold.
Almost is an AP blitz.
Everybody right now on blue side has a shutdown.
Except for the Pike. This is, like I said, AP Blitzcrank. He does have Dark Seal, Hextech Alternator. Kiana solo killing the Victor there in River.
Mordekaiser just running Teemo down. Very difficult matchup.
Yeah, and no one really wants to come top lane once you're behind top lane.
Yeah, especially with a Mordekaiser. It's just going to be a forced 1v1.
Yeah.
Zach looks to be on drag right now.
Zach's trying to solo drag, and Ashe trying to take a solo plate. She does get the plate. Hecarim is on his grub.
No one's contesting Zach right now on Drake. He's
Misfortune
just
trying to go in on
it.
the Ashe. Is Ashe going to have to use her Crystal Arrow? No, she flashes
But
out.
Pike is going to be able to get the stun.
Misfortune tries to heal to run away. Pike does not have
Yep,
R.
no, there's no
it does
escaping
not matter.
this. Pike is able to get
kill.
hooked.
Blitzcrank does come back to hook the Pike, but it's too little, too late.
Blitzcrank, he does have ult. He might be able to do something here, but it would be a risky
He could kill
play.
the Ashe if he lands hook. Zach does secure the Infernal Drake, and we have Ocean Soul. That would be really, really good for Mordekaiser and Zach, giving them a lot of in-fight sustain.
Ooh, unfortunately hooks the minion. Mordekaiser's still just taking over it.
Victor looks like it's roaming. He's
Ooh,
roaming top.
Blitzcrank forced the flash so they don't get stunned by the Pike.
Skutt really has to make a desperate play here. They're down a lot of gold. They need to try and win a fight somehow. They need to catch someone out, preferably someone like the Ashe or the Zach with a really big shutdown, although even catching the Kiana out would be really nice. Ashe is going to be a little bit harder to kill now since she did get Shield Bow.
That Immortal Shield Bow will be a problem. You can also see that Kiana was able to pick up Prowlers, so even more mobility.
Ashe going the armor boots this game. Bot lane is going to get a lot of damage on this tower.
Pike is roaming up to mid, able to land the hook. Oh, Kiana with insane damage.
Hecarim
might be able to get a 2-4 here, though.
Hecarim does set up Victor to get a kill. Kiana is probably going to
Kiana's going invisible. Hecarim doesn't see.
Grass stealth is really funny with Kiana.
Kiana's able to escape. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Teemo just hiding behind his shrooms, but still keeps getting pulled in.
Mordekaiser not going sweeper yet to deal with the Teemo shrooms. You'd imagine that some people on Wayne's team would end up picking sweeper to not have to deal with the Teemo
Well,
shrooms.
definitely later in the game when Teemo's... Oh,
And
Kiana was
does
caught
get
out.
a shutdown from Kiana. That
It didn't
could
look like
be really
Kiana
big.
backed, so...
Hecarim is going lethality in this game. He's going to go Eclipse.
Oh, Misfortune's caught under tower and just destroyed.
They tried to greed for the
Also
objective
able to
bounty, and
land
the hook
the
into
hook
the
on.
Ashe arrow. Blitz does ignite the Pike, but turning it right around, Ashe gets another kill.
Teemo definitely playing a dangerous game right now.
Mordekaiser Q not going to be enough.
Mordekaiser does have the flash. Flash
And
Q
he does
coming
flash Q
in.
to get the Teemo. Now it's
tower
Wayne's
looking to
turn to
come
try and
down.
get this tower down. They don't have the wave, but they do have another one coming in. Hecarim is bot side, and Misfortune's on her way back. So maybe Hecarim will look to try and get another shutdown bot side.
Definitely would be a strong play. They're up to some pretty high
Zach and
bounties
Mordekaiser
right
on
now.
Herald. Hecarim
Ooh,
ulties, but
Hecarim
the
just
Pike stun saves
stalled his
Ashe.
ulti.
And Ashe is now DPSing down the Hecarim. Is it going to be
Behind
enough?
Hecarim.
The Pike
but
will
gets
get the
ulted,
execute.
but the Misfortune
and
all right
Kiana
behind.
solo killing the Victor in Hecarim's jungle.
Misfortune trying to cap, but the Immortal Shield Bow is
Flashes
saving
out of the
Ashe's
Pike, but
life
it's
right
not
now.
going to be enough.
Able to kill the Misfortune.
1 and 8 on the Misfortune bot lane. Not going too well.
That Immortal Shield Bow just saved Ashe's life right there. Teemo now down 2 levels in the top lane.
Immortal cringe bow user. I can't say much. I play Samara.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pike deciding to go for Duskblade. Very
shoving
fun on
the
Pike.
wave to try and get a tower. I guess it's fine to get the objective bounties. I do wonder, is it worth it to shove the tower now to get the gold, or would you rather wait for your ADC to get there so they can get the local gold on top of it?
See, the problem here is
it looks like Pike is going to pick up another
Pike
kill.
is just
yeah.
dealing. Oh wait, but Blitzcrank actually
Blitzcrank
doing a
has
lot of damage.
Zach does rotate down
How
to
did he get
get the
saved
kill.
by Pike? By Zach. Ooh, Kiana getting run down by the Hecarim. Definitely not looking good. Trying to do the Q escape.
And she
almost
does get
it's
out
bamboozling them.
For now.
Hecarim
is on his
trying to
Hecarim
come
is
up.
on the hunt.
Kiana asking
Hecarim
for
on the hunt.
assistance. Able to
Does
get
get
a
a
root
root.
on the Hecarim.
Does she have
Hecarim
enough
looking
mana
to
for
dive
Grass Q
on.
one more time, and she does not.
Oh, unable to.
Hecarim ghosts to get the kill, and immediately gets taken to the Shadow Realm by Mordekaiser. I don't think Hecarim wins this 1v1, but he's forced to take
but
it.
there is a
He
victor
does get
showing
out,
up. He
and
has
he
his
runs
entire
away.
team.
And
Able
now
to get the stun on the
Mordekaiser's
board.
surrounded.
Doesn't have shield.
That's a huge shutdown for the Victor.
Giant shutdown, especially with the way Victor scales. There's a lot of big shutdowns still on the board too.
Ash
especially
trying
from
to chase
Zac
down the
and-
misfortune,
and
getting
Ash.
blocked by minions. Teemo gonna claim a solo tower bounty. Pike is on his way up. I think he should get the tower before Pike gets there. No, he's
No,
in
he
execute
doesn't.
range.
Isn't the Pike R just destroys the little Yordle? Zac once again trying to solo
Unfortunate.
drag. Being at that 3 drag, it would be really useful.
But Trank is there. Both junglers have fully upgraded Smite, so it is 1200. Misfortune trying to fight the Ashe. Ult does come out for both ADCs. Heal drops from Misfortune.
Ashe, a
Misfortune
TP
just does
coming
not
down.
have the damage.
3
Here
on
comes
drag
Victor.
right now.
It's 3. Zac is cut out.
Testing Zac.
He does not get the dragon. That's an Ocean Drake for Omaha Skutt.
Oh,
No,
but
Pike
they're able
goes
to
in.
clean up here
Cleans
with the
up,
Pike
gets
and
2
Zac.
kills. Zac just refusing to die.
Victor trying to make an escape here.
Victor
Has to
slowed
place
by the
flash.
Duskblade.
But Zac with the leaps, with the hops. Oh.
Really good dragon fight cleanup by Omaha Skutt, or by Wayne on Omaha Skutt. Mordekaiser does end up getting the first top tower. He
Teemo
does
finally
also have
able to finish
Herald,
items
so
well.
if he shoves this wave, he could take another tower here. There's not a lot of time left on it, though. Right? Okay, he does drop it.
He's going to have to drop it. Teemo flashing,
Flashes
but not
away from
able
the
to get
Kiana
out of the
Q.
ult.
Prowess
Kiana,
Claw, not going to be
ooh,
enough. Teemo
just
does
barely
get away
not being
with his
enough.
life for now. Mordekaiser does not have flash this time to flash Q the Teemo, but he can zone him off the tower.
But he does have ult. He does have ult. He can bring Hecarim into the Shadow Realm. Like so.
I don't... Did he take him in? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. He did.
Okay.
Teemo really having the play
I think
safe
that was
here.
just...
Mordekaiser actually in a pretty bad spot right now.
Looks like Mordekaiser might also go down again, and he does
goes
to the
down
Blitzcrank.
and they're not able to get the top
Ash and
tower.
Zac teaming up on the Misfortune bot lane, shoving into tier 2.
You can definitely see a problem here. Blue side having an almost 10k gold advantage upon red.
I would say, however, that this game is not over, as Wayne is letting themselves get caught out a few
especially
times.
with the trade of
Mordekaiser having 2
shutdowns.
deaths, Kiana giving a shutdown. Pike now has a shutdown, so he has to be careful. Ash did stay a little bit long, but she does have the self-peel for herself.
Ooh. Hecarim trying to
Hecarim
go
once
in
again.
on Kiana.
Hecarim finding Kiana. Going for the best of 3.
Ooh, misses.
Dodging the Q. Hecarim does have vision in the bush, which really does help, and they both back off. Kiana goes over the wall.
Hecarim still looking for Kiana, but not able to make it.
Yeah.
It's Krug time for Zac right now.
We have Ash and Pike shoving mid into the Victor, into the tier 2. Kiana trying to solo defend the top tower on 2 hits.
Yeah, I don't think Kiana... well, maybe
Hecarim has
Mordekaiser
ult.
comes up. Might
Well,
be able to
Hecarim does
defend.
have ult, so they could look for a pick on
Yes,
the Kiana, and the
definitely
tower
easily.
quite literally is 1 hit from dead.
But this may be pretty good for Mordekaiser.
Hecarim does
he doesn't
ult,
have ult.
and he ult ghosts, and he has to burn both of his 1 cooldowns to get away. Big objective bounty, though.
Yes,
That's a
both
lot
have
of
to back
gold
off.
for Hecarim and Teemo, and a little bit of gold for the rest of the team. Someone's getting excited in here. Misfortune pushing down to the tier 2 on bot lane. Pike roaming down, maybe looking for a
Teemo
kill.
finally being
Blitzcrank
able to
is
roam.
warding.
This is some good potential that can come out of Teemo, especially being able to play shrooms anywhere over the map now.
Yep.
We
Blitzcrank
see a
flashed
flash
away
from
from the
Blitzcrank.
Pike.
He's trying to escape Pike, but Pike's movement speed is just too much for him. able to get the hook, and
And the
ooh,
ult gives Pike another solo kill.
extra gold. Mordekaiser does have ult in the top lane, so he might be looking for some
What is
silly, goofy
Blitzcrank cooking
moments.
with those items?
I don't know. He hasn't finished a complete item yet, so it's very confusing.
He's probably going in Cerelia's for the Band of Glass Mirror, so that'll be the movement speed buff.
Most likely.
And then, what does Alternator build into? It's Shadow Flame and Horizon Focus,
Yeah.
right? Because it's not going to be Rocket Belt.
Unless it is
Heckram
Rocket.
coming in. Pike does
Heckram
away.
able to land
Maybe
the ult.
going to get the pickup on the
Going
Pike.
after. Have
Nope.
to use
Lethal
flash.
Tempo Ash up.
Ooh, Zach
Full
coming
attack
in to
speed.
save the day, though.
And the triple team. Heckram gets taken down. No
Coming
shutdowns.
after. They could keep going, especially with Mord now rotating down.
We have 5-man mid. Victor going down to Kiana.
Mordekaiser just pummeling the Teemo. Teemo deciding just to stand still. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that play was there.
Mordekaiser with another kill. This game is spiraled completely.
Very spirally. Going for the Baron now. Very, very easy call, I would say.
Yeah, early Baron, jungle and mid are down, top's down. You have a huge numbers advantage with Ashe there. You very easily have the damage to take it clearly. Mordekaiser showing absolutely no fear of the Blitzcrank, who now has the support mythic of Cerelius. Teemo still working on his second item. Mordekaiser probably has a lot of gold. He could back soon.
Yes, he could definitely back.
However, with the Baron empowered recall, those make it easy. I do like the idea to shove in mid, get some pressure off the Baron.
Yeah, they definitely need to shove in all waves, especially when they have the Baron buff right now.
Tier 2 bot is going to crash into tower.
Yeah, you can
Ashe
definitely
is going
see-
on hit build, notably with Ginsu's. She has a pike cut she hasn't claimed yet.
This might be just trying to hurt Destiny Chad however,
Zach
Zach
leaping into the
coming
mid
in,
lane, going
just-
for maybe a double kill.
The
Zach
Zach
has so
damage
much.
is actually insane coming
Zach
out.
has so much damage, yeah. And Heckram is not bulky. Pike coming in with the double kill.
Zach is just sitting on 3
Pike
items.
coming in, not
able to
quite
just
getting the
chunk
triple
enemies. Kiana going in for an insta-kill on the Teemo. Oh, they just keep
That
getting
is a
caught out right
clean
now.
5-0 ace for Wayne.
Very unfortunate.
I wonder how the other game is going.
Probably well.
I'd assume so.
I don't know for who, but
Yeah.
looks like Kiana's going to try to
I
take
guarantee
top
someone
tower
is
here.
winning the other game. That is how the video game works. Someone does win and someone
I would
does
really
lose.
hope so. It would be unfortunate if they both lost.
That'd be impressive if they found a way to both lose.
Just a draw.
Frame perfect, forfeit at the same time.
Fair. I mean, maybe. Everybody just
25 minutes. Zach solos the dragon,
yes.
putting blue on soul point. And
Oh,
waves
so
are
good.
pushing into inhib. Kiana does get caught out, flashes
being
away.
caught out right now. Is Kiana gonna be able to do the same tomfoolery again? Able to
She
somehow
does
dodge.
just hide in the grass queue and barely
Goes in, is
survives.
able to survive.
Pike saving it.
Mordekaiser walking up.
Mordekaiser ulting Victor to deny escape, and even outside of the shallow
slapping
realm,
around.
the fact that Mordekaiser now
Just-
has a
oh,
dry
Teemo
life.
not allowed to move whatsoever. Misfortune tries to ult, but it just does nothing.
Another
the amount of
clean
CC and
ace for
pressure
Wayne,
being put
and
upon
can
the
they
team.
end? They have a wave coming in mid. This looks like it might be
A
over.
large wave, and nobody's coming up for a relatively long time, except for Blitzcrank, but he's not going to be able to do
Blitzcrank
much.
can ult to clear the wave a little bit, but it's not going to do anything.
It's not going to
because
do
there's
enough
Baron
damage
buff.
to clear Baron buff minions.
Blitzcrank does ult, or does hook. Does not get,
but
does
unable
get
to
ult
do
off.
anything.
It is not
No
enough.
one's up, and it looks
And
like
the
that's
Nexus
going to
is
be the
going
Nexus.
down, Wayne with a commanding win, moving on to the finals.
Kane with a 20k gold lead, so far ahead. Just
Really
it
rough for
snowballed
Omaha
so
Skutt.
hard.
They have to reset and look for the third place match now.
Very unfortunate.
Just dominant performance all the way through.
Yeah, dominant every lane. Just Heckram really tried his best there, I would say.
He did. Heckram tried to run around and play damage control everywhere on the map, but his lanes were just too far behind for him to do anything. And it was also really hard for Heckram to get objectives because he had no priority anywhere.
I couldn't get Rift nor Dragon, so
No,
it's
he
very
did get a
unfortunate.
dragon off of a team fight bot. Off of,
Yes, but they lost 3.
Yeah,
like,
they traded 3s for
it's not
dragon.
an equal
and-
trade right there.
Yeah, they just kept falling further and further behind as the match went on, and it just was not enough.
Run an ad, throw it to intermission, or
Oh
however.
my gosh, you know what ad we should play?
Dairy Store 2?